Roy, is someone who has strong ties to both Celtic and Aston Villa, how does it feel to see them both compete against each other for the first time on the European stage tonight at Villa Park?
Yeah, it's great. It's a great night for both clubs. Obviously, I had a few years here at Villa back in 2003 to 2006 as assistant coach with David O'Reilly. So good fond memories of my time here. But obviously coming down with Celtic tonight, it's amazing actually. It's only the first time that I've actually played in a competitive match. You know, you think of the two big clubs for all the years. Never really getting involved with each other over the years, but it's going to be a fantastic game. They've got a great crowd at Villa. Big support. We obviously, as you know, have got one of the best supports in the world. Travelling support's always the best. So it'll be a great atmosphere tonight, I'm sure.
You've spoken about your time at Aston Villa with David O'Reilly back in the early 2000s. What's your standout memories from that time period, Roy?
I came in, I was at Leeds United with Dave before, and Dave left for a year and then he got offered the job here and asked me to come along as assistant manager. So again, it was 2003 we came initially. Finished ninth in our first season, so it was a very good, in fact finished sixth in our first season, a very good season we had. And the biggest thing was bringing through some of the quality good young players. Young Stephen Davis, who ended up at Rangers, came through as a debutant. Gabby Agbonlahor, Liam Ridgewell, Gary Cahill, all guys that went on to play big careers other clubs as well. But at that time Villa had a very good youth system. So that was very important. So that's probably, looking back, was probably one of the biggest achievements, was giving those boys a chance and bringing them through into the first team.
How important, Roy, is it to have a strong home record in the European football, especially with the new format in the Champions League? And how do you think Celtic can overcome Aston Villa at Villa Park tonight, given how strong they've been at home?
Yeah, I think the home record in this competition has proven to be vital. You know, we had a great home record. You know, terrific results against the teams at Celtic Park. As you over the years, it's always been the case. Anyone coming to Celtic Park is going to have a tough game, and we know equally tonight coming to Villa, it's going to be a tough match because they need a result as well. You know, they get into that top 8. I think they're just sitting just outside at the moment. It's been fantastic for us. What an achievement for us to get into that top 24. You know, this season. You know what a great job Brendan and the players have done to get through this stage, because our group, although people looked at it, it was still very tough games, but we've been terrific right throughout the competition. I think only losing one out of the 7 games, which is a fantastic situation. But the home games are vital, and you know, no underestimating the tough task it will be tonight, because Villa are a very good side.
Villa's squad depth, it's superb as ever for any Premier League side. They've got the likes of Ollie Watkins and Scotland international, John McGinn as well, who's the captain for the club. How far do you think Aston Villa can go in the competition this season then, Roy?
Well, I would hope that they'll be looking to, well, they're in the playoffs anyway, but obviously looking to get to the top 8. Hopefully we can, get a result tonight that gives us another little boost in confidence as well. Coming to Villa and getting a result would be fantastic. But you know, Villa are a quality side. You see that even in the Premier League every week. You know, they're such a good quality. You mentioned a couple of players there, but their whole squad's very strong. They've spent a lot of money in the squad. I think the manager's terrific as well. I think he does a great job for them. So we're hoping. Let's hope both teams can get through to latter stages. You never know. We might even meet them again in the future.
And going back to Celtic's resilience and their great form that you've touched on, Roy, the playoff is already secured. How exciting is that some possibly other big names will be coming to Celtic Park in the next couple of weeks?
Well, Brendan said at the start of the season he was looking for progress in the competition in Europe, and he's proven that that's the case. He's taken the club to another level and getting through to that playoffs. I think the format was good for us. As I mentioned before, we had some terrific results. Picking up the points we've got already with another 3 points to play for is fantastic. So it does attract players. I think when the club does so well in Europe, then it is easier to try and bring top players to the club, because European competition is something that they want to strive into. But we have proven that we can develop players here. Brendan does a terrific job by bringing young boys into the side and making them better and stronger. A result tonight against Villa would just be the icing on the cake.
We asked Stillian earlier, he's got ties to both teams, of course. He went for a 2-2 draw tonight. Can I push you for a score prediction, Roy?
I think any kind of result tonight would be great for us. I wouldn't be against taking a draw now. But you never know on the night. I think we can still maybe upset them a little bit. I would say a draw is probably a more realistic target for us. But I've obviously got my Celtic hat on tonight, so hopefully we can get a very good result.